No, no, come back, my darling. You completely misunderstand my intentions. Oh, good God, what was that? Okay, you want some, do you? Take that. And that. Right, I'll teach you not to mess with me outside my own office building. Come here. Boom. There you go. Right, okay, what? Anybody else want some? You want some? Anyone else? Okay. Well, terribly sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Megalithic, and today we're going to be taking a look at buying the Pegassi Reaper and adding it to our collection, and why not? Okay, now then, as always, for purchasing these vehicles, I have chosen to go to my Maze Bank office, and I'm going to sit down at the computer here and order myself that vehicle that we just discussed. Okay, here we go. Logging on now, the Pegassi Reaper can be found under the Legendary Motorsport website, and that's where we're looking right now. It's all the way down here towards the bottom of the page. Okay, where is it? There we go. The Pegassi Reaper, retailing at, generally speaking, 1.6 million. A shade under 1.6, as you can see there. Now, I would like to buy this vehicle on special offer, but unfortunately I've been waiting for around 6 months now and I'm getting rather bored, so I've decided to just go ahead and purchase it, and as always we'll be sending it to the Hillcrest residence. And to get there, I shall be taking the Ocelot Pariah. Well, that didn't go at all the way I'd planned, to be perfectly honest with you. Really rather not. I think I'll just have a cigarette to calm my nerves. Oh dear. Oh dearie dearie me. I really have rather ruined that car, haven't I? Oh well, never mind. Okay, well, here we go then, the Pegassi Reaper, and there she is, a rather splendid looking beast if I do say so. Okay then, now I do like it in the black there. This particular vehicle has always reminded me for some reason of these stealth style aeroplanes, and I do think that the black paint is rather sooty, rather fetching, wouldn't you say? Okay, well there she is. Let's take another look around her, and then we'll take her out and see how she handles without any modifications. Okay then, here we go. Rightio, let's see now. Okay then, so like I say, retailing at 1.6 million, give or take, the Pegassi Reaper. All of the other Pegassis are generally rather good cars. I've not taken really with the Tesseract. Okay, oops, a daisies, right then. Okay, lost that straight away. Okay, that's not a good sign really. Don't normally have much problem around these hills, to be honest with you, but then again I have been offline for a few months, and so maybe that accounts somewhat for the rather questionable driving. Okie dokie, right there we go. Right now I've got it down onto the main strip here, and we're going to take it down to the end and see how she handles that hard left corner. And here we go, building up some speed. I've got to say, I'm not particularly impressed with it, really. The other Pegassis are rather fine cars, I must say. The Tesseract isn't particularly good for the money, but it's not bad all. Oops, at daisies. It's not bad all in all, but this is rather wanting, I'm afraid to say, for as far as Pegassi goes. I like the styling, but the Zentorno is a far superior car, I would say. Okie doke, right there we go, lost the hood there, didn't I? Okay, never mind. Right, going around the ups and daisies, hit another car. Right then, okay, let's take it back to the office and modify the... Oops, that was a tree. Okay, very good. Right then, let's take it back into the office and modify this vehicle and see how she handles from there. Okay, I think my other Pegassis are in my second office garage, and so that's where I shall take this Reaper. Okay, now we've taken the vehicle into our custom auto shop, as you can see here, and we're flying through some of the options here at double speed in order to hurry things along somewhat. However, we will be taking a look at the matte paint with a pearlescent flip trick coming up, so we'll slow down the video now as we go on to the resprays. Okay, there we go. Now I've selected a matte black, which is what I think I'm going to go for. Yes, I think the grey is a little too light there, and that's the colour that I shall choose to go along with the stealth styling of this vehicle. Okay, now taking a look at the secondary colours there, and it doesn't seem to be doing a lot, really, does it? Must just be affecting the interior trim, I would think, but I really can't be bothered to go and have a look. Okay, what's that there? Something under the back there. It does seem to be changing colour, but nothing really significant, so I don't think I'll pay much attention to that. Okay, now, when it comes to regard to this pearlescent flip on the matte paint, the first thing you remember is you can't actually achieve it here. You will have to go to Los Santos, but first of all you put on your matte paint, and then you go to metallic and sit there for a few seconds. About 5 seconds will suffice. Then go and make a minor purchase on your car. I would recommend buying a new license plate, and then you go back to the primary color and select pearlescent, and as you can see in your own custom shop, they will not allow you to do it. And so unfortunately, as I say, we are going to have to go across the Los Santos customs, and they will no doubt be prepared to undertake that particular set of specific requirements for us. Okay, now then, we are exiting onto the street, and all that really remains now is to locate a Los Santos customs, and I believe, yes, there we go, there's one on the map there. Okay, not too far away, jolly good. No, go away, Dom, we don't want to speak to you right now. Go away. In fact, now I think about it, for those of you who aren't particularly interested in the pearlescent flip or know how to do it, you may be more interested in the comparison of the lap, so why don't we give that a go first? Okay then, now this vehicle has been fully modified, as you saw, and now we're just going to give it a, my goodness, okie dokie, right, that really is rather splendid. Yes, I must say, with the improvements, that really has dramatically altered the handling and the speed of this car. This is far more impressive for the money and much more befitting of a Pegassi. Yes, I really do like this vehicle. Okay. Yes, well, how about that? I don't know that I've ever experienced such a dramatic change in a vehicle once it's been modified. Before the modifications, this Reaper here really wasn't much to write home about, but now it has undertaken the oops and daisies, there we go. Okay, I'm mounting that vehicle, aren't I? Yes, now I have put on these modifications. It really has dramatically improved this car, and it really has earned the name Pegassi there. Okay, so not a bad vehicle after all. Right, okay, then now let's take it down to the Los Santos Customs and finish off this paint job, shall we? Okay then, so if you were wondering if the Reaper is a good car, perhaps not as good as the Zentorno, which is half the price, but it does actually, I've got to say, it has sort of won me over there. Not a bad car really, not a bad car at all. Okay, now, it's in a matte black, and that's a rather stealth colour, I feel, but I do wish to jazz it up just the tiniest bit with that pearlescent flip, so let's give it a go now. Okay, so to get that pearlescent flip on the matte colour, you take it to a Los Santos Customs, you select the colour, you turn it into a matte as you choose, and then as I say, go and sit on the metallic for a few seconds. Okay, that should suffice. Now we're going to exit the paint and go to the plate and change the plate, and there we go. Now all that remains is to go back to respray, back to primary, and then when we go down to pearlescent this time, it will grant us access, and there we go. Now it's very subtle on most of these colours, but if you look you can actually, there we go, the car is changing colour, and that is how you get the pearlescent flip on the matte paint. And what better car to put it on than the Pegassi Reaper. Okay, now we're going to cut ahead here somewhat, and I do believe in the end I do go for a dark blue, and there we go, a rather splendid addition if I do say so myself. Okay, it's only really rather subtle, but that's all that I'm looking for on this particular vehicle. Okay, now we're exiting Los Santos Customs, and I'm going to take this vehicle back to the Maze Bank offices there, and perhaps compare it to the Zentorno. Okay, now as you can see on the street there, it doesn't really seem to show much of that colour. It does look fairly well just black. Okay, and here we go, we're taking it in. So, yes, that colour only comes through under rather special lighting conditions. Okay, now as you can see, there we go, looking black, and there we see the colour coming through. Okay, so it really is rather subtle. Okay, and once again, looking black, and there's that colour that flashes across it just there. Okay then, right then, well, These are my Dupaches, aren't they? Okay, can't have a Pegassi in a Dupachi collection. That really won't do, I'm afraid. So I'd better go in, add that Pegassi there to my Pegassi collection. Okay, right then, what's down here? Okay, I've got the turf faders and the overfloods, or the true faders, or whatever the heck they're called. Okay, where's... Yes, that's where I wanted to go. That's my Pegassi collection. Where's the Reaper? That's not the Reaper. Where has that blasted thing gone? Ah, there we go. Okay, jolly good. Okay then, righty-o. And that's the whole waiting for the Reaper, and there it is. The Reaper has been added to my collection, and I must say, I'm rather pleased about that. That's another car collection that I can strike off my books. Okay, now we're going to take out the Zentorno now, just as a little bit of a comparison, as the Zentorno is only half the price of the Reaper there, and I do suspect it perhaps might be the better car. Okay, here we go. Righty-o, nearly clipped one there, didn't I? Never mind, okie dokie, we're taking it up here, taking it to the corner, and my word, yes, dare I say it, I mean, I'm sure there is a difference on the top-end speed there, but you really will be hard-pressed to beat the Zentorno if you're looking for value for money. Oops, a daisies, okie dokie, right, that didn't go so well, did it? Okay, never mind. Yes, I do have to say the Zentorno at half the price is perhaps the equal of the Reaper there, if not its superior. Okay, as you can see, it really does dart through traffic. It'd be interesting perhaps to do a speed comparison, and that might well be something that I get round to at some point in the near future. But for now, I think I'll be taking out the Zentorno more than I'll be taking out the Reaper. But who knows? Wouldn't you know it? I've even gotten to find a little bit of appreciation for the Tesseract, would you believe, after my rather scathing review of it. But still, I would say that if I was going to chew ups at daisies... Right, oh, how about that? Look at the colour under there. Oh, I didn't realise that. It's rather like skateboard, isn't it? Okay, yes, yes, I think I'd still rather take out the Zentorno over the Reaper or even the Tesseract. Okay, right then, here we go. I set a waypoint to my facility and see how she handles out in the hills. Why don't we? Okay. Now, I must point out for anybody who's not really paying attention, this is no longer a review of the Reaper, this is more a review of the Zentorno at this point, but let's see how she handles. Okay, posts there, and a trash can of some sort. Whoops, a daisies, that's a wall. Oh, that's a car. Okay, never mind. Right, tree. Okay, never mind. Did a flip there. Where are we going? Rolly, rolly. Okay, beautiful. No, there was a sign. Oops, a car and tree. Okay, never mind. Right, that's a sharp corner. I don't think... Okay, never mind. Right, oops, what got me there? I've got absolutely no idea. You know, this is becoming rather fun, actually. Let's give it a go. There we go. Spinny, spin, spin. Yes, I do. Oops, a daisies. Okay. Well, there we go. As for the Reaper, which has been upgraded, it really is rather jolly. As for the Zentorno, it is just fantastic all round, and why not buy two of those instead? Okay, so why don't we give that a go now? Right, I'm back in a Reaper now, and I'm going to take along to Sandy Shores Airfield, and there we'll find waiting for me, yes, my good friend Mr. Raccoon, who's now become a wolf, waiting for me in a Zentorno, and we can try the Reaper versus the Zentorno. Okay, here we go. When the grenade explodes, we shall release the handbrake and see what happens here. Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Right, okay, the Zentorno's got off the line rather a lot quicker, hasn't it? But let's see if I can catch it down the straight. It seems to be pulling away, doesn't it? Oh dear, oh dear. No, this is not a good sign whatsoever. No, it does seem that as always, this Zentorno is monstering it. Well, how about that? Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Zentorno at half the price of the Reaper is in fact twice the car, and there we go, righty-o. So 1.6 million for the Reaper, about 7.75 for the old Zentorno there, and it appears the Zentorno is the superior car after all. Okay, let's give it another go, shall we? Maybe that was just a fluke. Okay, there we go. Grenade out. Okay, now let's see what happens. And yes, again, the Zentorno there does seem much faster off the line, doesn't it? That really is rather surprising, I must say. Well, how about that? That really is shocking. I do like the styling of this Reaper, but it appears that it's not worth the paper that you have to pay for it, if that's such an expression. It's not an expression, is it? But never mind, you know what I mean. It's not worth the money, really, and it's... There, how about that? Yes, the Zentorno is absolutely destroying the Reaper. Okay, that really is rather disconcerting, isn't it? Both of these cars have been fully upgraded, of course, and I think now we're just going to switch vehicles. My friend there is a much better driver than I am, so maybe in better hands the Reaper will prove to be a better car. Okay then, so there we go. I'm in the Zentorno now. I shall be starting the race with the traditional grenade launch, and okay then, right, here we go. Right, grenade out, and there we go. Right here. And LJT, what do you know? Yes, I keep telling him not to ask me that question, and he keeps asking it all the same. Right here, well, I'm in the Zentorno here, answering telephone calls as I drive, and yes, I am unfortunately, it is unfortunate for me to have to report that I am indeed beating the Reaper there. So there is no question about it, I'm afraid. The Zentorno is a far superior vehicle to the Reaper, it would appear. And considering that the Reaper is twice the price, that really is quite shocking. So there we go, a little buyer's tip for you. If you are looking to buy a Pegassi, why the hell not buy the Zentorno? It may be the cheapest one, but it seems to be the best. Okay, well there we go. I suppose he'll want his Zentorno back, and I certainly want my Reaper back. And yes, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed this somewhat surprising review of the Reaper there. Okay, what's he do? Right, okay, yes, let's have a look at the comparison of the sizes, shall we? Okay, if you can just line it up, there we go. Yes, and as you can see there, the Zentorno is a larger car. There's no question about it. And as we're here, why not have one more race? Okay. So yes, the Zentorno, a wider and a longer car, to be quite frank with you, but does seem to be... Okay, right, there we go. The Reaper's getting a slightly better start that time. The Zentorno isn't pulling away quite nearly so badly as it has done before, but, yes, it's still in the lead, isn't it? There's no two ways about that. No question about that whatsoever. Okie dokie, going around the corner. Okay, right, I was going to say I nearly caught him there, but I didn't really, did I? So got a little bit closer, and he still seems to be pulling away. Okay, well, there we go. I think that's pretty much an end of it, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, there's no question the Zentorno is the superior vehicle. Okay. And it doesn't look too shoddy either. Okay, there we go. Well, that's a surprise for me. That certainly is a turn up for the books. And now I think we're just going to do a few donuts for fun. Why not? Okay, jolly good. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, the Pegassi Reaper does seem to be rather expensive for the vehicle that you get. Well, never mind. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and good night.